history and knowledge seekers, please come forward and listen to this. Listen, learn, and share for knowledge purpose. First, religion is the greatest enemy to man. How can a people deceive humanity, telling the world that they are the chosen ones, and you believe, so the rest of humanity are not chosen? Every people, tribe, ethnic group have their myths and legend, and no group is more important than the other. You can't claim a land just because your religious ethics and ethos, your religious doctrines, your religious myths said so. Now, before 1948, the land Palestine was under the colonial control of various empires, such as the Assyrians, the Babylonians, Persians, Greeks, Romans, and eventually the Islamic Caliphate and the Ottoman Empire. The region called Palestine was not known as Palestine. It was until the 5th century BCE that it was named Palestine in the book of Herodotus, which is titled Histories. You can check the book online. This book is titled Histories, written by Herodotus, a Greek historian. Now, I want you to pay attention to this. Zionism was an obscure belief of the Jews in Europe that their homeland is in Palestine. It was a movement which started to emerge around the 1890s. The movement gathered momentum in 1894 when a French Jewish officer was accused of selling military secrets to Germany. This incident provoked the Jews to ginger for the establishment of their state of Israel. Now, in 1917, during the First World War, when the British wanted to take Palestine from the Turks, the British Foreign Secretary, in the person of Otto Balfour, wrote a letter to Lord Rothschild, who was then the head of the British Zionist movement. In the letter, the British Secretary said that Britain will make sure that the Jews have a homeland in Palestine. In other words, the British promised the Jews that they will give them a land in Palestine. This letter is popularly known as the Balfour Declaration, and it gave legitimacy to the Zionist movement in Europe. It was the British who created all these debacles that is going on in Palestine today between the Jews and the Palestinians. Out of their greed, they promised the Jews who are scattered all over Europe a land in Palestine just because they needed the financial support of the Rothschild family to fight the Turks. The Rothschild family is a powerful Jewish family that controls most of the wealth in Europe. After the end of the Second World War in 1945, in the year 1948, the state of Israel was created in Palestine by the British government. The Palestinian Arabs who lived there saw the immigration of the Jews into Palestine as a threat to their existence, and this threat has manifested as mass genocide for the Palestinian Arabs till today. The fact is that the Jews in Europe have no land. They are not indigenous to Palestine. They were given a piece of land in Palestine by the British when they were in charge of the area. We should know our history and understand that a lot has been buried for our children and the ones yet unborn not to know.